Alright, so I'm just going to explain it. Instead of making a tab, I'll just explain it. Might be easier to understand, might be harder. We'll find out. So, this song is predominantly in A flat minor pentatonic with an added 9 on the 3rd fret of the G string and the 6th fret of the high E string. So to start out, it starts with an A flat major chord. So instead of it being like a typical bar chord, what I'm doing is I'm taking off my ring finger from that bar chord, and I'm just keeping these 3 notes in the center of that chord, throwing my thumb onto the 4th fret of the low E string and muting the A and high E string, and letting all those notes ring out. Then it goes into a minor pentatonic lick where you slide into that 6th fret of the A string, 6, 4, and then 4 on the low E string. Then it goes into this major sound because it slides into that major 3rd on the 3rd fret of the A string. Goes back into a little pentatonic riff. That's a 6 on the A string, 6 on the D string, 4 on the D string, and back to 6 on the A string. And then from that last note, you slide up into the 7th fret on that A string. And then you take the 6th fret of the D string, you slide up to the 9th, and you play the 9th fret right under that on the G string. And then you play that again, that little slide up on the D string, and play the 9th fret on the B string. So far we've got next you're just going to play a double stop, which is just playing 2 notes at the same time. In this case it's going to be on the 7th frets of the B and the E strings. And you're going to do a hammer on onto the B string on the 9th fret twice. And after that you're going to slide your hand down into a half step bend. So you're going to pick it up, you're going to pick, you're going to bend it, and then pick again and bring it back down. And then you're going to land on that 4th fret of the G string. And then you're going to hit the 6th fret of the D string. And then hammer on from the 4th fret to the 6th fret of the G string. And slide that up to the 8th fret. And this is the interesting part, where you hit the 7th fret of the high E string and pull off to that 9, which is on the 6th fret of the high E string. Go right back to that 8 on the G string and slide from the 7th fret of the B string up to the 9th. Bring it right back. So that's... And then you're going to go right back to that 8 and slide back. You're not going to play the actual 8th fret, you're going to slide it back. And play that same lick that we just did. Just at the end of that lick, you're going to slide down to the 3rd fret of the G string, back to that 9 again. So... last 2 notes are going to be the 6th fret and the 5th fret of the D string. Then the chorus is pretty simple. It's just pretty much staying within the pentatonics and just it's staying within that same box, but it's pretty self-explanatory. But if you want me to explain that, I can explain that too.